Good morning, MarketChameleon.com. I'm Adam. That's Will. Does anybody know what this is?
That's Crazy Eyes.
Do you feel good about Crazy Eyes, dude? I don't know if I can feel good about that, dude. I don't know.
Has everyone seen Crazy Eyes? Do they know what we're talking about?
Oh, you got a picture of it? Oh, dude. That's the new Jet head. That's the new Jet head coach. God help us, dude. Help us.
That's what the McBride brothers have to look forward to. People are saying he was doing cocaine before. Look at all the crazy guys.
Dude, I think I got it down. Dude, I just don't even know, man. What are we thinking? What you got to question what the Johnson boys are thinking, man. I don't know, man.
It's funny stuff.
I mean, maybe they just said, "Look, let's roll the dice. Let's roll the dice. Let's take a flyer." I mean, I don't know, man. He didn't have success before. They said he's the quarterback whisperer. I don't know, man. Dude, who knows, I guess. Frankly, I look at it, they jumped on the bandwagon. They're like, look, LA's having success. Let's roll the dice, dude. And I'm like, really? Wow, man. Dude, at least it's not another defensive coordinator, man. That's all I can say. Although I was pushing to bring Rex back, man. That's me, man.
Does this make you question what's going on?
Oh man, dude. Picking head coaches, much like picking options, is risky. Everybody, be careful out there. There's the disclaimer. Everybody, head on a swivel. Head on a swivel. Wow. Go ahead, and share your screen there, brother. Oh man. I don't know.
Get that disclaimer up?
Yeah, disclaimer's up. I hope. I do like the Jets' defensive coordinator. I do like who they selected there. Only because I watched Hard Knocks last year, and I love that guy. I like him like I like Rex. You like somebody who actually cares about what they're doing on your football team, and he clearly does. So I'm all in with that, dude. Gates, we'll have to see, man. We'll have to see. Or did I say Gates? Gase. Sorry, I keep saying Gates.
It's going to be an interesting couple years looking at those eyes.
So what do you got for us today, man?
Well, first thing that popped up to me in the feed, obviously where everything is trending higher. These lows, if you go to each one of these lows, it's going to be right around Christmas Eve before close to the holiday. Everything's been trending higher. You've seen this AIG is really, looks like it's found a bottom and is really beginning to trend. So I just did a quick back test screen for AIG with a credit put spread.
Yep.
So bullish spread, and we got it down to 39 entries. I can do let's look for a higher win rate. Let's go above 80%, see if there's anything there. So I screened for above 80% in the win rates.
That's got about 10 with edge there.
13 with edge, the cushion we like, the return. So there's some things to do on the bullish side, taking a credit, and with some strong back testing, some good theoretical values. So take a look at that.
How do we do with the earnings yesterday that popped in?
Which earnings are we talking about?
I don't know. Weren't some banks chiming in yesterday?
Yeah, no, it's mixed.
Crazy eye banks.
They the commentary is good. The banks look strong. If you listened to Kramer last night, for whatever that's worth, he was completely bullish on the banks. But the verbal commentary out of like Diamond from J.P. Morgan there was a lot being said about the government shutdown, how that's going to affect growth going forward. I mean, all these variables could have effect over the next year and a half on what the economy's doing. But the banks are doing well.
Yeah.
Early numbers of the banks doing well, though I just see Morgan Stanley just missed. It's down 3% right now.
Yeah,
so,
missed its numbers.
As I speak, banks are missing. So, like everything, be careful out there. But anyways, I screened and back tested for earnings this morning, just because it is the start of earnings season. The banks usually kick off the earnings season, and I dropped 12 observations, which is the most we have to go back and back test. win rates above 70%, average return 10%, median return 10%, and the next data opens today. So, I mean, this is what the Chameleon does for you. One of probably 1,000,004 things, but it screens through all this data, and we get down to 106 entries. I'm just going to go through the ones that jumped out to me. Morgan Stanley, which just missed, but there are two options showing up bull call spreads. So I screened with the Morgan Stanley. I brought up the bull call spreads, screened, and there were quite a few here, bull call spreads to look at to take advantage of what the big earnings screener is showing you.
Okay.
The next one that it showed up was, and again, these are just popping up to me by interest, was Intel, which is another it's a tech stock, and we can see when the earnings is projected. So their earnings is Jan 24th. That's been confirmed after the market close. Did you see how I got that, by the way?
Yeah, yep.
Using this fact sheet is an easy way to stay on the page and just,
So just click on the fact sheet. There's about 6 tabs there, and you can look there.
Yep, and I just went click to the earnings. These were the previous earnings. Went to projected, and it's actually showing that it's been confirmed, and that's what the options are implying. So I did let's just look at what Intel stock's been doing. Like everything, I'm sure it's been trending higher. So it's been a little choppy.
A little choppy.
A little choppy for those swing traders. You have anything to say about the Intel chips?
Dude, I don't know, man. Aren't they going away, dude? Nobody's going to be using chips in the future. It's gonna be bips in the future.
Everything's gonna operate out of a cloud, just in the thin
I don't know.
air.
We looked at MU and I don't know. We look at it. It's got a PE of 2 or something, and you're like, what's going on with I don't know, dude. You just look at it and you say, look, somebody in that space knows more than I know, right? And so what's going on? I don't know exactly what's going on. Nobody has perfect knowledge, and something's happening, right?
Just like oil, just like the banks. I mean, we talked about these chips 3-4 months ago, and people view the chips as a commodity, really.
Yep.
So, and it was a full market move. All the big players were moving out of that position. So they felt going forward, if there was going to be a slowdown in the economy, these chip stocks, people are not going to need this commodity, just like oil, right? Just like the banks being able to get the returns they needed if the market slows down. They move out of a whole sector. So that's what was going on.
Sure.
Excuse me, I'm about to.
He's about to vomit. He's on that 16-8, fasting plan, and part of it involves every 4. It's a 16-8-4, little known plan. McBride created that one. 16-8-4. Every 4 hours you have to vomit. Helps lose weight.
That is it. I've always thought if they could just put a bug in you, getting you really sick.
Oh, dude, tell me about it, man. Every time, dude, I love Costa Rica, but every time I come back here, man, the water hits me in the wrong way, and I lose 3 pounds, man. Every time, man. Every time, baby.
If you could only bottle it, would be a magic bottle.
I can bottle it, dude. I literally go to my tap and just pull out the water. There you go. I could have bottled it.
So with looking at the Intel call spreads, which is what the earnings screener reported were some opportunities, you then want to screen down further. So we like to look for the theoretical edge. We'll start with any positive. Win rate, let's do what did that get? So got it down from 400 to 200. Win rate, let's go above 70%. So that's got us, and we, always like to have a cushion, at least 1%. So there you go. It went down from 400 possible Intel trades to now 139. And we can, there's some 100%ers. You never lose with this. By the way, that's not true.
It is. It was true. It might not be true this time, but it was true.
Exactly.
Dude, did I ever tell you I met a dude who used to go to, who would go to, he was a recovering gambling alcoholic, or what do you call it, gambling addict, and his thing was his thing was roulette, and the way he would play roulette, get this, man, was he would bet all on black or red, right, and he would do trends. So every time, whatever, red hit 7 times in a row, he'd do the calculations. Well, the odds of it hitting 8 times in a row are 800,000 to 1. And he was like, the time he went totally busted, it had hit like 11 times in a row. He was like, the odds, do you know the odds of it hitting 12 times in a row, Adam? It's 800 billion, whatever it was. And I was like, actually, no. On that one, it was whatever, 50-50 or whatever. But he didn't know, man. He didn't look at that, dude. It was 49-49 or whatever it is at the casino.
Yeah.
But, yeah, dude, it's my favorite line ever in a movie is 60% of the time, it works 100% of the time. That's my favorite.
Just
you got to
be aware of what's going on and look at every trade as a, is it something that looks good? What do the previous numbers show? What do I think's going to happen?
I mean, every trade lives as a very unique event, right? But you can look at the previous events and get some semblance of what tends to happen, right? And that's all we're doing, man. We're the house, dude. We're the house. We're not that stupid dude betting on black. We're the house taking his money from him long term, man. That's what we do.
Yep. And trends do seem to follow through. That is the one thing about the market. Anyways, the last thing, was there one more thing that the earnings report showed? Well, there were actually 106 things that it showed today. But the one, it was because I was having my cup of coffee, Starbucks.
What's going on in the Bucks?
So Starbucks.
I thought people stopped drinking coffee. Wasn't that trending?
They're drinking coffee with our favorite. What is it? Cannabis.
Oh, cannabis. Dude, can you imagine when Starbucks get if Starbucks just came on the news and said we are looking into producing a cannabis product, the stock would jump 80% in a day. I mean, literally, that's all they would have to do, man.
Yeah, just be aware as I'm scanning the news, and this Tilray is the biggest player in the space. I mean, people love this cannabis stock.
Yep.
But be aware, the stock was down 18%.
Did I tell you when I was out in Manuel Antonio on a sunset tour, I met a dude in the cannabis space from Colorado? Did I tell you that?
No.
And this dude.
Tell all the chameleons.
And this. I actually mentioned Tilray to him. He's like, dude, I don't even know if that's a real company. That's what he said to me. I'm just quoting what he said. Not saying it's. He's like, because dude.
And this is a guy from
This is a guy who works for a cannabis producer, right?
In quotes, I'm moving my fingers up and down. If you can't see
in quotes, dude. I'm not saying trade on this information. I'm just saying this dude was like, dude, I'm not even sure. People who are in this space are not even sure what that company is. That's what he said. Not even sure what they do.
Really?
Just head on a swivel, man. Head on a swivel, dude. Dude, he could have been bullshitting me. I don't know, BSing me. But I'm just saying.
Why couldn't you give the chameleons that information 18 months ago?
I just remembered, man. I just remembered. My brain is so foggy, dude. I can't even remember yesterday.
The stock is still in the stratosphere relative to that commentary coming off a catamaran.
Look, man, it could be completely wrong. I'm just saying that's what he said, man. That's what he said. That's all.
Well, the one thing they get a lot of is news.
And that's what I asked him. I was like, well, what about all the... He's like, man, I just don't even know, dude. I don't even know. He's like, he just thinks it might be there just to get news and to get more investors. And who knows? I don't know. I don't know what... He was as confused as I am.
Well, here's the one thing that's 100% true. The people who have promoted this stock are now able to sell this stock. So be aware.
Yep. And the guys who bet against it got absolutely slaughtered. So you need to be very, very careful. Yeah, right.
You can't short the stock. If anything, well, let's do a screen, see if anything pops up. What about that? You want to try that?
No.
Let's do it.
No, because it's just you're just looking to lose. I mean, it's just You're taking on tremendous risk.
With a spread, you can always you identify. You can't get short the stock. Yeah, nothing. I mean, these markets are so wide. There's very little history here, but well, they're here. Listen, you can. We don't have any theoretical edge or win rates. There's not enough data for win rates. Theoretical edge, the markets are way too wide to even identify. So what we are showing is there's some cushion and some return if the stock's flat. So, there's some things to look at as there are, and that's only this. Let's go out next 60 days. We'll search by cushion. So there are some things to look at in Tilray.
Just everybody be careful, man. Head on a swivel with that. Oh, well, with all stocks, but, just that, because, that one can just, as we've seen, make tremendous runs each way and absolutely murder you.
That's true. But what's going on now is we know there's another offer on the stock every day.
Yep.
And those are the people. I mean, if someone's in the belief that this is a promotion and it's a Canadian company, I mean, that's the thesis that was started on this catamaran. We might as well talk about it.
All right.
The thesis on the catamaran is that who knows what this entity is.
Right.
And, if you're but what you do know is there's a large group of investors who put their money in and promoted this concept, these products that they, make or don't make.
Mm-hmm.
So if someone wants to dig deeper and uncover something, there is another seller out there, and that is the owner of the company. The owners of the company now have the right to sell all their stock.
Okay.
So, and the stock right now doesn't earn anything. So it's purely a growth play.
Yep.
So it's something to keep your eyes on for sure. And if you're going to play the space in any way, it's the way to play it. So and options are. You can't short this. There's no, you're going to get your face ripped off if you try to short the stock. That's for sure. The stock's going to have some wild swings up. That's for sure.
Yeah.
So Starbucks was the last thing we were looking at, and let's see.
Starbuckians.
Yeah, again, that Christmas low. That was a Christmas Eve low. That was a buying opportunity for everyone.
Yep.
Were we screaming? We have to get short up here. I forget what we were talking about.
Dude, I told everybody. Look, man, everybody coming into Christmas, man, you gotta get yourself right, because what's gonna happen, man? Everybody's got toys to buy for their kids, right? You got the G.I. Joe with the Kung Fu grip. Everybody needs that cake, man. Everybody's got to have that money, dude. And so everybody's going to sell stocks to get out. Everybody, dude. I screamed that from the hilltops. From the hilltops.
Was that you or Eddie Murphy?
Absolutely. Dude, again, 60% of the time, it works 100% of the time.
So Starbucks, when screening for bullish, the call spread, the debit call spread screener, bullish market. This is what the earnings report backtester was looking at as an opportunity today. There are 400 entries. Let's look for theoretical edge. Let's do above 10% win rate, above 70%. Nothing there. Let's do any positive there. All right. So we have 60 entries, basically, that have been backtested for. We can search by win rate. Again, 3 pages of opportunities in Starbucks to take advantage of the bull call spread that was showing up as a high win rate in the earnings backtester for Starbucks. So, if you hover over it here, Adam, I don't know if
wait, scroll down a little so we can see it. Go ahead.
So if you cover over it, it's telling you what was screened out. So
Gotcha.
It's long one at the money call and short 125 delta call. And you put it in 1 week before and take it off the day before.
Yep.
The last 12 observations, that's an 83% win rate, average return. So
Best, worst, great.
yeah.
Awesome stuff, man. That's what the Chameleon is all about, my man.
I want to toss out one last thing today. We had a passing in the industry, and not the the Chameleon is anything like Vanguard, but we're giving you in the options and stock research space a tool that for a lifetime has only been available to people who have Bloomberg, very, very, you had to pay lots and lots of money for this type of information. And Jack Bogle, who founded Vanguard, I mean, he basically was the first one who said, let's buy a basket of stocks, and then through a mutual fund, individual investors can come in and own that basket at a rate they can afford. And they've just driven down really single-handedly as a company the cost to individual investors to play in the market.
That's a good thing, man. That's a good thing.
If you look at our ETF screener, and I just want to throw this out for him, is you look at these net expense ratios. I just screen to the lowest, and you look at them. Vanguard, 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 Vanguard. Yep. So they've changed the ETF, and the difference. I mean, they basically founded the mutual fund universe, Vanguard, and drove those costs down. But with a mutual fund, you only can get in and out at the end of the day. With an ETF, you can get out anytime.
Right.
And you can buy it in your own account. There's so many benefits to the ETFs. Yep. And they've changed this universe too. So
absolutely.
A shout out to probably the person who's done more for the individual investor than anyone else in the space. And sad day, but he had a good role.
Sad day, but we thank him for his service, man, helping out a lot of people, dude. That's what life's all about, isn't it? All right, dude. A little bit of a sad note there. Ooh, well, you're having a little bit.
I don't know if that's sad.
Well, it's not sad when somebody helps people, man. I mean, that's what I love when it's something like that, where it's like it's almost invisible. You don't even see it. The average investor doesn't even see that what he's done is provide, the average person X amount more money when they retire. But that's awesomeness right there. That's pure awesomeness, dude.
Well, there's another thing. I mean, he had over 8, I think, heart attacks in his life. He suffered from cardiac, like a dying heart in his 40s. So, I mean, at 60, a heart transplant. So, I mean, he's had a monster. 89.
Wow, dude.
Monster. So let's.
Dude, get me in touch with his doctor, man.
No sadness for the founding father of mutual funds and ETFs, and really the patron saint of the individual investor.
Awesome. Awesome. Good stuff. Everybody, remember, click down below, click the subscribe button, follow us here every day. You subscribe, you get the ping. Subscribe and hit the bell. That's the key. You hit the bell, and then you get notified on your phone when we're live. Remember, this month we're doing the comment challenge. So comment down below, and we'll pick one lucky winner. 6 months free of the Chameleon, $600 value. That's pretty awesome. And have a great day trading, everybody.
Thanks, Chameleons. Have a great day.
Later, bro.